After 7 years, Geometry Dash 2.2 has finally been released, and this is the GD 2.2 experience. And I was like, yeah, mate, nah. What just happened? GD 2.2 released on the 20th of December 2023 for us in Australia, and there has been a lot of stuff that's happened in the last month since 2.2 is released. Fire in the hole! Jokes aside, there's new features in every last nook and cranny in this game now. This video was heavily inspired by the videos by Vortrox and GD Colin. I highly recommend checking both of those out. But before we do get started on this video, make sure to like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. And also comment down below what you think about this new editing style I'm adopting. So now let's talk about all the new features that 2.2 brings us. GD 2.2 has tons of features in the editor now. These range from new blocks and decorations, to solid depth objects, to teleport orbs, to a bunch of the menu objects. We'll get to that later. But 2.2 is the largest update that's ever come to Geometry Dash, and it truly does prove it. This part will review as many objects as possible in the editor from 2.2, so let's get into it. There's 2 new editing buttons that came with 2.2, and an extra 4 that came in the 2.205 bug fix update. The first one's pretty self-explanatory based on the icon, it just scales the X and Y axis individually of an object. Warp does the exact same thing, except it's a bit more advanced, and you can also stretch it side to side on a specific point. 4 new objects move a block by half a block. I don't really like to use the auto build system because it removes the ability to use your own creativity. It is useful to skip a few steps when building, but when it comes down to certain styles, you need to be able to use your own creativity to build it. Still, it is a pretty cool system, and at least there's slopes. There's also the spider pad and the spider orb that do the same thing as the spider game mode. The green portal to change gravity no matter which gravity you are, which is pretty useful for some gimmicks. One-sided teleport portals. And here we get our first new game mode, the swingcopter. It's basically the ball, but you can switch gravity mid-air, and there's 43 different swings to choose from. Throughout the community, there's been a lot of controversy on whether or not this is a good game mode to bring to Geometry Dash. I think we just haven't had time to get used to it yet, and eventually we will have a lot of top players beating Extreme Demon swingcopter parts. There's also the force blocks, which are pretty useful in platformer mode if you want to make an effect like a fan. And finally, F blocks that make you stick to surfaces. This part will focus more on the triggers and effects you can use in the new GD 2.2 editor. Like, there is now a massive particle editor in the game. It does take a while to get used to, but once you do, you can make some pretty cool stuff out of it. You also still have to manually save your level in the editor. Yeah, it's still a thing in 2.2. There's also a ton of new symbols in GD now, but who needs those when you've got the menu icons instead? 2.2 levels are just simply messy at this point. But who can blame the community? We've been waiting 6 years without an update, so this is the time where we interview someone who has a lot of knowledge in this situation. How would you explain Geometry Dash lobotomy? Fire in the hole! On second thought, I might not make a GD lobotomy explanation after this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at some more Geometry Dash.
Can I please have my channel back? That was a pretty fun skit to make. It only took an entire month.